All right, FightHype.com here with the mother of Ryan Garcia, one of the most exciting young fighters, fighting on Showtime pay-per-view against Tank Davis, as everyone knows, next Saturday. But
yes.
Lisa, you know you're boxing because you've been around it so long, so many amateur tournaments you had to take your son to.
Right.
What are people underestimating about Ryan?
All his pedigree, he's had over 200 amateur fights. I think it's 215 to be exact. 15 losses, but he has 15 national titles. So my husband and I, we got involved in amateur boxing scene. We actually became judges. I actually stepped into the ring and was a referee. So, we were able to always put our boys into the local LBC tournaments and so forth, because we thought that who cares, win or lose, they need to get the experience of all the various styles in the ring, right? And Sean had some abilities when he was like really young, like 7 or 8, but Henry wanted to give him that extra, like something extra. So he actually is righty, but he turned him into a southpaw. So that itself gave Ryan like a sparring partner that was a southpaw. So he sparred southpaws all his life. So he's very experienced with southpaws, and I don't think people realize Ryan's punching power. Yeah.
And they say, well, I mean, you probably know better than us that the left hook is one of the key punches against the southpaw, as well as the straight right hand, right?
Yeah, that's just one of his. He has other punches people don't know about because he haven't had to use them, but it's there.
Yeah, what do you think of the talk of people and Gervonta himself saying he's just got a left hook?
Well, he'll just wait and see when he gets in the ring with Ryan.
How has this camp been compared to every other camp up until this point?
Really no difference, Ryan has always been a very dedicated, hardworking, sacrifices to get his body where it needs to be, to get his mind where it needs to be, to get his spirit where it needs to be, because a wise man named Bernard Hopkins once said that a long time ago, that all three have to be equal, and Ryan works very hard to make that happen. So
one thing Davis has talked about heading into the fight is we come from two different places, two different cloths, but I know you guys had some experience having to sleep in the car before tournaments, and is he maybe underestimating the cloth that Ryan's cut from, and maybe he's had it tougher than he looks and things like that?
Well, I don't think it's, yes, he has, but when it really comes down to it, it's not about where you've come from so much, but it's about what you've done to nurture your skill set, and when you get in the ring, that's when it's all gonna show, right? So you could grow up privileged, and if you work hard in boxing, you could be a great boxer, right? If you come from the hood and you work hard at boxing, you could be a great boxer. It doesn't really matter where you come from. I mean, sometimes I feel some fighters, maybe that's what fueled Gervonta to succeed, so that he could say, hey, look, if I did it, you guys can do it too. And I think that's great, but he underestimates the fact that, in our family, we did have challenges. We have it in some of our documentaries, what we've gone through to get Ryan here. Mm-hmm. So it's not like we haven't suffered or sacrificed too.
Yeah, and Victorville doesn't look like here. It's not Beverly Hills.
No, it's not Beverly
so
Hills. It's the desert, right? And and it's not. When we moved there, it was a difficult time for us when we did move there, and we moved into Adelanto, which, is not it's like the community that is what some would say is a lower economic echelon, right? Yeah. And gangs and drugs and all and that. So my boys went from middle class neighborhood now in the streets, and he had the best friend named Lawrence that we actually he came to live with us when he was 16. He used to always tell me, man, your boys are shouting, I'm gonna toughen them up. So the boys did. That's where they grew up, for a long time. And so they learned, they learned how some street smarts too.
Right, so, right. They could fight better.
That's why Ryan has that wit, good comebacks. Right?
That's that Southern California streets.
Yeah.
Like, you got to hold your own, or else they'll walk all over you in that environment, right?
Right.
So he might be a little more used to it than people think.
Yeah, but Ryan's a classy guy too, so, he keeps it real with people.
Now, despite, you know, being around hundreds and hundreds of fights up close and refereeing some of them, are you at least a little nervous for your baby going up against this tank monster, you know, or do you not look at it like that at all, you know?
Oh, no, you're not. You know, when you get to the higher level competitions, you know that, you know, I know anything can happen in boxing. You know, I know Tank knows that, I know Ryan knows that. Just, we're just all gonna have to wait and see, right? That's how I see it.
And I just gotta ask, because I don't know if you saw it, Gervonta telling me, make sure you ask them about a body shot that happened, and you know, ask them about getting hurt to the body. Any, you know, response to Gervonta about that? Or?
Yeah, you know, stop stretching, Gervonta. You know, Ryan's good.
Yeah, and
he's not injured. He is good.
and you know, I mean, just to close on that, like Sugar Ray Leonard, before he beat Hagler, I guess had a tough sparring session a week before he got dropped. Everyone
they
thought,
all do.
Right.
Why isn't anybody asking Gervonta why you have the bruised eye? Come on, part of the game, right?
If he has one on Fight Week, we'll ask him, Lisa. So. but if there's anything else you want the fans to know, a final prediction, anything, just thanks for your time.
I don't predict, you know, because you know why, right? I don't believe in predictions, but I do have confidence in my son. I think he's going to do it, and he's going to come out victorious.
Thank you,
He's going to
Lisa.
surprise a lot of people.
Make a lot of people some money, I guess. Too, you know, so.